Kubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Dr. Mukul Sangma minta kasngi habakran shikilat pathai khubor hak office jongka TMC kabadan hasalong ulaong baula Phah daga jingtho so menteri rangba do kari Narendra Modi hakabe de baga Jingbamsap hak Tnad Meecl. Dr. Mukul ulaong bakadan ka Jingbamsap hak jingpendan kamya ka scheme subagya lakade Halor ka jingkhot tender bat ka dor ka jongka. Ulaong ru bakumbau menteri rang bakdu kari ujukuran Halor ke Jingbamsap udan ke jingkermen ba untuk kelar ha ke bayadai bat kania. Ula kermen ru baling bagi kot kisla ki bala Phah syau Narendra Modi on lap shisha bakadan ke jingpendan kambakla ya kani ke skim ha ke jilla. Ula kermen baka jingdawa bantung daga kenhun toket kan urlong.
I am trying to bring to your notice, a matter of urgent and serious concern. A serious concern pertaining to the interests of the state and the people. Now, over the years, after the installation of present dispensation, the present incumbent government, even before we ourselves represent as the opposition belonging to a new political party, even while we were in opposition and while we were in the Grand Old Party. The last 4 years, when we have responded to our call of duty as the elected representatives and more precisely as responsible opposition, we have tried to ensure that the interests of the people and the state supersedes everything else. Nothing but the interests of the people and the state. And in sync with that intent to always not shy away from our responsibility to protect the interests of the people and the state, we have been trying to draw the attention of the government pertaining to any instance which has a serious negative ramification on the future of the state, and particularly which can actually lead to a situation where we can have a apprehension of having or facing a disastrous future. This has been effectively, honestly, with utmost sense of commitment and responsibility and honesty demonstrated by all of us in the opposition, including the people of the state, including other stakeholders, not just once, but repeatedly, on number of issues concerning the state and the people. Now here, it is one of them which we have flagged before the government, on which we have tried to draw the attention of the government with utmost seriousness and sincerity, including other people, other stakeholders, including other political parties. This is pertaining to serious alleged irregularities which have cropped up in power sector. Though there has been alleged irregularities and alleged instances of corruption in other related projects in the power sector, particularly with the discount under the Meecl. Here, I would like to refer to one very important issue concerning the interests of the people involving visible irregularities in respect of the implementation of one very important program called the installation of smart meters by the Meecl. And I have decided to draw the attention of the Honorable Prime Minister himself, keeping in mind his commitment to the nation to ensure that probity in public life is demonstrated by all concerned, and any instances of alleged corruptions will be rather, in other words, I think the exact interpretation is that the Honorable Prime Minister has promised all of us, to the nation, to ensure zero tolerance against corruption. I repeat, assured all of us, assured the nation, zero tolerance against corruption. That's why with my expectations of prompt response from none other than the Prime Minister himself, I have decided to write this letter urging him to institute an independent inquiry under the supervision of concerned ministers, a delegated ministry dedicated for this purpose, in the best interest of the people and the state, and to send a strong deterrence against repetition of such possible repetition of irregularities affecting the fiscal health, socio-political health of the state. You will appreciate our concern from the fact that when the state is allowed to milch, when precious and scarce public resources are allowed to be spent without any accountability, allowing irregularities unhindered, the perpetrators will always get emboldened. And perpetrators getting emboldened does not augur well for the future of the state, for the future of the nation. That's why it is incumbent upon all of us to ensure that we invoke all the available provisions of law in the, or rather the law of the land, to create a strong deterrence for all those who think that they can engage in irregularities and cause huge loss to the state and public exchequer and still get away. And this is precisely why I have felt that after having tried to draw the attention of the government, you have seen what is the outcome, what is the result. Has the government been really prompt in responding? It is not just our party, it's not just the opposition, but even the political parties in the ruling dispensation, whether it is UDP and other political parties, including BJP, they have tried to draw the attention of the government. They have insisted that they want an inquiry. What has happened? Today, it is another pertinent point for us to be noted, is that based on this call coming from multiple corners, including political parties, what did the government do? The government assured all of us that they will institute an inquiry under the relevant provision of Commission of Inquiry Act. And the Commission of Inquiry has already been ordered. We are told, as was reported by media and as was reported to the people by the government itself, that the report pertaining to that very inquiry by the Commission of Inquiry has been submitted to the state government. It is not yet made public, nor we are aware of the outcome of that inquiry. But even before this inquiry report has been made public, what is the activities going on in the Meecl? Has the DISCOM been instructed to pause in the process of payment of the so-called against the implementation of those shady deals? No. The payment continues. The work continues. Therefore, it is again of a serious nature when the government has promised the people of the state to respond to the demand for inquiry, and they have instituted a commission of inquiry. Therefore, the commission of inquiry pending the report, the government should have given all the instruction if they are honest in their intent. Therefore, it is proven beyond reasonable doubt. Go further by looking at the terms of reference of that commission of inquiry. The government does not have a terms of reference which was indicated in their notification for instituting an inquiry under the commission of inquiry. Specific terms of reference pertaining to these alleged irregularities, whether it is in respect of Subhagya or whether it is in respect of the smart meter related issue. Therefore, we have reasons to believe that the government, rather responding to their call of duty to protect the interests of the people and the state, they have chosen to act as an accused. And that itself raises lots of eyebrows. We have reasons to ask why the government will end up acting as and behaving as and defending as an accused whenever any instances of alleged irregularities pertaining to public exchequer and public money in respect of implementation of the schemes are concerned are brought before the government. So in view of that, I have no other option but to draw the attention of the Honorable Prime Minister himself. And therefore I have scripted this letter. The letter refers to various inputs which have come to our notice, which are self-explanatory. Number one is that based on this award of letter of award to the concerned contractor for supplying and installing of the smart meters and other inputs which were available before us based on the posting of the then Power Minister himself, where they have indicated that the smart meter has been installed in their respective, in that particular bungalow where he resides. These are available in the form of annexures, and therefore based on these inputs of which type of meters are being installed and the rate which was quoted in the letter of award, we tried to find out what exactly is the price, the available open market price of these items. And while doing and digging to get these inputs, we are surprised to see the huge discrepancy in the price specific to these smart meters which are being installed. Okay, huge discrepancies. Now when these cumulative discrepancies are calculated, it comes around 180 plus crore. I think I have the figure which was calculated based on this figure, including the GST. Yeah. Around 137, yeah. The huge discrepancy, price discrepancy based on the available open market price and the price at which these contractors were awarded, you cannot imagine the difference, the level of difference. And therefore, there is a reason for us to believe that the whole process needs to be investigated by none other than an independent inquiry, be it through an SIT or through CBI. So therefore, I took this privilege to share with all of you this very information, since what we are doing is in the best interest of the state, in conformity with our sense of responsibility, in as far as our responsibility towards the state and the people are concerned. Was there any provision under the terms of reference which was specific to Subhagya, alleged irregularities in respect of implementation of Subhagya? No. Was there a specific terms of reference to go into details about the alleged irregularities pertaining to price determination exercise in respect of the smart meter? No. So therefore, I say that that whole exercise wasn't IWAS. Therefore, the result and outcome of this whole exercise was already known for everybody. We already could anticipate what will be the outcome of that kind of inquiry. Okay, so the terms of reference is the most important part whenever any inquiry is being ordered. Any inquiry, the terms of reference will be specific. The Commission of Inquiry will not go beyond, will not deviate from the terms of reference. So it has been very skillfully scripted, and that's why I'm saying it's a modus operandi as well. It also is another attempt to fool the people, fool people like us. they cannot fool us. They cannot fool the people of the state. The people of the state have demonstrated resilience, determination to pursue issues whenever it comes to pursuing issues to protect the interests of the people and the state. I believe in the people of the state. I have full expectation that it's not just Dr. Mukul Sangma who is going to raise voice against this. It is not only the opposition, it is not only the political party which sits on the opposition benches, but it will also definitely draw the attention of other political parties who are in the ruling conglomerate. The parties who are sharing the responsibility, collective responsibility is what we refer to in our given system of democracy. Therefore, if it is collective responsibility, therefore, unless they ask questions, then we will have reasons to believe that they are facilitated, they are partner in common intent. You know, there is a provision in the law called common intent, you know, the relevant sections. So therefore, they have to come clean. They have to go through that Agni Pariksha of indicating their intent, the honest, determined intent to protect the interests of the people, not protect the interests of the perpetrators. I repeat, not protect the interests of the perpetrators. If you love the state, if you're true and honest to your responsibility as a politician, we must demonstrate it through action. You see, when we look at the total as per the LOA, okay, as per the LOA, what happens in that? The price which was indicated as per the LOA available comes to 11,000 plus per meter, including the installation, etc., at the GST component. Now, what is important is to look at what has drawn our attention to come to this very decision to ask for an inquiry, is that we wanted to know the market price of these particular models, the models which are indicated here, you see, in the social media page of none other than the then Power Minister. Okay. This particular model, what is the price? This is available in the website, and I will give you the annexures. This is where the social media page of the then Minister Power reflects, indicating that he is happy to install this smart meter. Okay. Then the same model has been identified. Okay. The same model which is here in my left hand is the same model. And the available open market price of this particular model is here. There are two models which are being installed. One is at Annexer 5 and one is as Annexer 6. Okay. These two models in my both hands. I will be giving all these inputs. And these are available in the website of these particular manufacturers of the smart meters, which also carries the open market price. So therefore, what we are looking at is the open market price, the difference between the open market price and the price that was awarded to. That is the reason why I have always insisted that government should indicate the measures taken to ensure the price determination exercise. Okay. How was the price determined and decided upon? Was there a single tender? If the technical bids have disqualified all other bidders, then the financial bid of only one tender or only one bidder was open, means there was no scope for determining the price, the comparison. So therefore, was there any exercise which can be interpreted as a predetermined exercise, or well-intended, manipulated mechanism adopted at the time of calling and closing calling the tender and closing the hour. So all these things having been considered, we have reasons to believe that yes, this whole exercise gives us a reason to believe that we cannot rule out a predetermined mala fide intention to cause loss to the state exchequer. See, assembly, there are 6 days of session, as you are aware, from the 9th till the 16th. And we have specific duration, question hour, 1 hour in each day. Then we have 3 days of private members' business. So we really don't know how the time availability will provide that space, keeping in mind the necessity for any member to not take the House for granted as to how the House will award the time for any specific issue tabled before the House. We cannot anticipate and take for granted. But we will see that every important issues concerning the state and concerning the people are taken up in the right earnest to get the kind of result that we want for the larger good of the people.
Will you be asking the resignation of the Power Minister in the Assembly?
Well, it is a complex question and a complex response. Now, we don't know how many people are involved, whether there was a criminal conspiracy to cause damage to the state. Therefore, the best thing is to ask for an independent inquiry. The same stand will be there, even in the House also. And until we get answer, we will ensure that this inquiry takes place. I assure the people of the state. I am not writing this letter to the Honorable Prime Minister for nothing. A leader of the opposition, a former Chief Minister, who is going by the commitment and the promises made to the nation by the Honorable Prime Minister. So therefore, I don't think any other Prime Minister will make a kind of commitment to the nation unless he has that honesty and determination to fulfill his promises. The nation is watching.